All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another day that we're spending in Thailand this week of our Where in the World Thailand. And we are joined today live from Thailand Friday morning by my friend A. Pikul. Good morning, Swadika.
Sawadika. Good morning, everybody. Chiang Mai. So welcome to Suandok Temple, one of the most beautiful temple, and it's full with history of Chiang Mai city. Okay. So right now, as you can see, I will turn around. Beautiful scenery right here. Yeah. Lara, you haven't been here yet, right?
No, I haven't actually. And that's one of the reasons I was kind of excited about today, because it's something different that I haven't seen.
We plan to come here one time, but we could not find the time because we very busy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that one time I would like to take you to Mangchat?
Yes.
Yeah, because this place is not only temple, but they have a monk university. It's called Chulalongkorn University. It's for the monk that can graduate to be like any type, like they can have degree, master or doctor from this university, and it's also international university. So in Chiang Mai, we have a lot of places that open for monk chat, but normally the other place is for the monk to practice English. Like we welcome the tourists or the people from different countries to come to chat with the monk because the monk can practice English. But this place is different because the monk here, they're very well educated and they speak English very well. It will be a real Buddhism talk. I think Reed haven't been here too, and Neil Reed brother, he been here once long time ago with me, and some member of the group, and they love it because we have a very knowledge monk that talk to us, and they share a lot of story to be among life and also the Buddhist teaching like that. So next time, if you come a little bit early and we have free time, we can come here for the monk chat and the Buddhist talk with the monk. Yeah, and you can see.
Hey, before you get started, I just want to tell the people that are watching that I am going to be just in the background monitoring. I'm going to let A run wild, but I'm going to be monitoring your questions. So if you do have any questions or comments, please go ahead and put them into the chat box here on Facebook, and I will relay them to A. So take it away, my friend.
Right. So first of all, you can see a very beautiful stupa right here, all white. This is a kind of like symmetry, but it's a symmetry of Lana Thai Kingdom royal family, because as on the tour, I will explain that Chiang Mai used to be the capital of Lana Thai Kingdom when Sukhothai, the first capital of Thailand, was the capital of Thailand, and that time Chiang Mai was so separate. We call Lana Thai Kingdom, and we have our own king and our own royal family. And this place, they have cemetery of the royal family of Chiang Mai. Yeah, so they will be here in a very beautiful white pagoda right here. And you can have a look over there, the golden pagoda right there, that is related to the pagoda on the top of the mountain. If you already been to the Suthep temple with me, this pagoda was built a little bit early than Doi Suthep temple. Yeah, there is a famous monk from Sri Lanka, or Ceylonese monk. They come to teach the teaching of Buddha to Sukhothai people back to about almost 700 years ago. And that time, Chiang Mai king, his name is Guna, was a very close friend of Sukhothai king. His name is Ramkhamhaeng Maharaj. So when there is a monk come to teach the teaching of the Buddha in Sukhothai, so the king of Chiang Mai would like that monk to come to teach the teaching of the Buddha to Chiang Mai people too. So he asked the king to send that monk to Chiang Mai. And when the monk arrived here, he built this temple as the residence of the monk, and to let the people come to learn Buddhist with his monk too. And Suandok is mean flower garden. So before this temple was built, this area is the park or the flower garden of the king, because it's very close to Suandok gate. Suandok is mean like the flower gate. Like you remember, if somebody been to Chiang Mai before, you know, like we have the old wall of the city, and around the old wall of the city we have the gate, like 4 main gates and 1 dead gate, like that. And this one is very close to the garden, flower garden gate. So the king donate his own flower garden to build this temple as the residence of the monk. And he built this very beautiful pagoda to enshrine the relic of the Buddha. The relic is a piece of the bone and the ash of the Buddha that after passed away. So, and they cremation, and anything left like the bone, the teeth, the hair, we call relic. And one part he enshrined on this beautiful pagoda right here, and the other part he built a very beautiful pagoda on the top of the mountain, or Doi Suthep temple, and he buried the other piece right there. So right here, if we come closer, you can see this one is also beautiful and unique. Doesn't look like the one in on the top of the mountain, right? But it's gold and beautiful. This one is the bell-shaped pagoda. It's Ceylonese style pagoda, because Thailand, we got the influence of Buddhism from Sri Lanka, Ceylonese style. Most of the pagoda will be the bell shape like this, because it's from Sri Lanka, like that, right? Okay, turn around again. Yeah. So I just gonna keep walking around.
So you use 2 different terms that I just wanted to clarify for people. You call them a pagoda and a stupa. What's the difference, or are they the same thing?
So stupa, it could be a small white thing over there. It's to enshrine the bone and the ashes. And like stupa of the king, stupa of like the monk, things like that. But pagoda or chedi, like this, is normally enshrine the bone and the ash of the Buddha. And in Cambodia, they probably call prang. And pagoda or stupa is depend on you know, like what country you live into, and they can call it different. But like myself, I call this one chedi or pagoda, but I call that white stuff over there stupa, like that.
Okay. And can you tell us again when this was built, about what time, what age this was built?
As I told you, almost 700 years ago. 640 years, a little bit early than Doi Suthep temple, because after they built this temple, they built Doi Suthep temple. Yeah, the one on the top of the mountain.
So the reason I just wanted to point that out to people is that one of the surprises of being in Thailand is how all of the temples look brand new. Like this temple, I'm sure looks new. It's because they don't let their temples age. You know, it's like if you go to Italy, you see churches that they've let them age, but in Thailand, they constantly paint them and restore them.
We maintain this almost every year, because we got a lot of money to maintenance, like the money from donation, and or even like when the tourists come, we charge a little bit of money from the ticket, and then we can maintenance. Actually, the temple that's still active, the people still come here to make a karma, to do activity. We keep it clean and new and beautiful, except if it's like no monk live there, like the historical park, we leave it natural. So we not paint or we not maintenance or anything, but we keep it strong, but we're not gonna repaint or cover the gold like Sukhothai Historical Park, Ayutthaya Historical Park. But because this temple is still have a lot of people that come to make a merit, and they have a lot of monks live here. Also, it's one of the biggest temple in Chiang Mai. They have monk university right here, so they got a lot of money and look very wealthy and very well taken care like that. And this is, you can see the hall. It's different than the other temple because it's the biggest hall inside Chiang Mai city. So it can fit a lot of people inside here, and it's the open. You can see it's open. Normally when you come to the temple, you will see like all the wall closed, like closed hall. But this one is the open hall, like the wind can blow. It's only one open hall in Chiang Mai actually. So I walk around outside the hall, and I will get inside later on. Yeah. Is anybody been to Chiang Mai and been to this temple? Because this temple is one of a very highlight temple of Chiang Mai too. But of course, like we have like about 10 highlights. You probably don't want to come to 10 highlight temple. So maybe 3 is enough, right? So on our tour, we come to quite a lot of temple too. And also because this one is the royal temple, the one that was built by the king. So they have a lot of money to maintenance, and they when they first built, it's quite big. And the one that around the village, it will be the money from the people. So why it's not this fancy, it's not this big. Yeah. And this one also, you know, like when we have a special occasion for the holy ritual, for example, like the New Year chanting, like on the 31st of December, we will have like overnight chanting for the New Year. So we will happen here. And also anything that very special occasion of Chiang Mai city, sometimes we open this hall to do a special holy ritual, like Thai New Year. Also, we have 24-hour chanting in this temple. You can see it's a very big hall, and it can fit like many hundred people inside there too, right? So I'm gonna get in. I have to wear a mask inside there. So as usual, we have to leave our shoes outside before we enter. Thai style, we leave the shoes outside. And here is the section that when the people come, if they not prepare anything from home, they can just make a donation, like for the candle, the incense stick, and flowers to just offer to pray to the Buddha right there. Yeah. All right, there's nobody here. And here is very common everywhere in the world that you will have checkpoint, that if you have high fever, you have alcohol gel. If you don't have a mask, they have a mask right here too, right? Okay. So it's really big hall. And over there, that section, they have the monk always here. So when the people want to come to offering things to the monk or to the temple, or dedicate the things for the people who pass away, the member of the family who pass away, they will come to offering things to the monk right here. And the monk normally like blessing them and dedicate like the the karma to the people who pass away. And also, like every temple that we go, we can visit the monk, and the monk blessing us and spring holy the water for us and keep us protect something like the holy cord to protect on our arms like that, if you remember. Yeah. And this is the money tree. So when the people come here, they can hang like the money on the tree too. That's for donation. Yeah. And this is a very, very quiet temple today. Nobody here at all. In a very big temple. Yeah. Even this is one of the most popular
I
temple
wanted to
in Chiang
mention to
Mai.
the people that are watching that when you show the money tree and you show all the different ways of making merit or having good karma, people who are visiting who are Westerners are welcome to participate in that, right?
Yes, yes, more than welcome. So, but normally Thai people, we already know that we need to make a donation every time when we come to the temple. But because of the Western culture, you know, like sometimes they thought they don't have to because they are not Buddhism. So why we have like the ticket, like 20 baht ticket or 40 baht ticket for the people who come to visit the temple in Thailand. For example, like the popular one, like this one, Doi Suthep Temple, or the one in Bangkok. But the one that non-tourists, we not charge it at all. Yeah, because we thought if we don't charge them, sometimes it's over. Too many people come to this temple, and it's create a lot of problem because they need to clean up the temple. They have to like maintenance when a lot of people come like that. So why we just charge a little bit of tourists, but Thai people, we don't charge at all because we know that they will donate more than 20 baht anyway. Yeah, right. And that is the principal Buddha. So when we come to the temple, yeah, as normal, we will sit down in front of the principal Buddha like this, and we will palm the hand between our chest. I don't know, I can put this down or not. Yeah, this right. So I normally put the hand between my chest like that and put it in the ground for 3 times. Just to pay respect for the Buddha, the teaching of the Buddha or Dhamma, and the monk, like 3 times. And also the same meaning with you use 3 incense sticks, one for the Lord of the Buddha, and the second one for the teaching of the Buddha or the Dhamma, and another one is the disciple or the monk who follow the teaching of the Buddha, like that, right? That's beautiful. Principal Buddha. Or go. Then I will walk around. They have a lot of the monk statue right here too. You can see. This is one of a very famous monk for the northern part of Thailand. He have the monument on the foot of the mountain. His name is Kruba Vichai. He already passed away like 100 years ago. So he is the people who built the road from the foot of the mountain up to Doi Suthep Temple. Because in the past, it's only walking up. The people could not drive there. Yeah. A lot. Very quiet. Can you hear me good enough?
I can hear you very well. And, you know, I was just thinking, you and I have spent a lot of time in a lot of temples together. And this is actually wonderful the way we're seeing it with you now, because usually when we go into a temple with a group, we can't actually talk in front of the Buddha or talk very much in the temple. So this is such a unique experience because in a way it's a little better than actually being there.
Right. Oh, I found somebody right there. The cat. I met one person. He's a cat. Right. Okay. And behind the principal Buddha, they have one big, tall, standing Buddha right there. Very beautiful too.
So people who are not familiar with Buddhism or visiting temples, it may seem strange to see so many Buddhas all in one place, but they all have different meanings, don't they? The standing Buddha, for example, has a different meaning than the seated Buddha, right?
Yes, it represents to the story of the Buddha. You know, like we have 7-day Buddha image. You know, the birthday Buddha or whatever we call. So that is a represent to the history of the Buddha, like the principal Buddha that you see earlier. So one hand in meditation and one hand touching the ground, right? So that is when the Buddha made meditation inside the jungle, and that is the demon come to interrupt him from meditation, and he just could not fight and to do anything. So he just like one hand passing on the ground or touching the ground to tell the Mother of Earth to be a witness for him, to help him, to protect him from the demon that come to interrupt him. So the Mother of Earth, maybe it's like Gaia in Greek or whatever, and what we call subduing Mara posture. So we call her the Mother Earth, right? So she just come up from the ground and she twists her hair. She have very long hair, and she collects a lot of water in her hair. So after that, the water from her hair floods the demon away like that. That is the meaning of the principal Buddha, like one hand in meditation and one hand touch the ground like that. So, and like when we go to the temple and you see many Buddha image, and I will explain you what it represents too, like that. I wasn't sure here where they move it to. Normally they have 7-day Buddha right here on the wall too, but over there it looked like they already moved. Yeah, they don't have it anymore. Maybe they move it to somewhere else. Yeah, and like reclining Buddha, like in what pose? The reclining Buddha represents to the Buddha lay down to make meditation. Doesn't matter like what position the Buddha, what movements the Buddha do. It can be meditation, like walking meditation, laying down meditation, eating meditation, and sit down meditation, like that. And another one is nirvana. It means the Buddha passed away and it's the last life of him, and he not reincarnation again, like that. So, and every hand expression is different too. Yeah, and this one, stop doing Mara, you can see one hand meditate and one hand touch the ground like that. Yeah, the man come clean the temple. They still keep it very clean, even nobody visit. But today they have a big group of students from school. They do Buddha talk, Buddhist talk with the monk inside there. I saw them like about 100 of them in the monk chat section. Yeah. Actually, like the meditation retreat that I took for 3 days, they have the monk from here, like come to teach me too. And he is one of a very famous monk for the monk chat, because he teach all the monks in the university, and he been invited to a lot of places and very well educated and excellent English too. So when they have Buddhist campus in English language, like for the Western students, He's the person that represent all of the information and give and teach the student from overseas too. So yeah, this is it for this temple. And behind the temple, that is university section where we can do a monk chat, but we have to make a reservation before so they can prepare the monk for us, because the monk need to go to university like that. And we have a lot of Cambodian monks, Laos monks, Sri Lanka Indian monks that come to study in this university as well. Yeah, because it's very modern university and they have like many sections. And after the monks want to stop to be a monk, so they can have a job like that. So I have talked to one of the monks from Laos, like he studied master degree, and he said like when he finished master degree, he will move back to Laos, like Luang Prabang, to be a teacher over there, like that, a university lecture in Luang Prabang too. Right, is any question for today?
Sorry, I was muted. Mostly just a lot of comments. People are really happy to be able to visit Thailand. Our friend Dawn is watching with us, who you might remember from our tour last year together.
Yes, Dawn. So Dawn, you not live in Japan anymore. You moved back to.
Yeah, Dawn and Stephen are here now. They're in the US. So yeah, they visited a couple of times. So Debbie is asking us, are the local schools run by the government, and is English taught in the classrooms of younger students?
English, yes. We teach English in the classroom here too, but it's probably not really enough. So you have to have a tutor, or you have to take a special class to learn more English like that. So to be able to communicate in English well, yeah. But yes, but we have English class in the classroom. Yeah. And what is the other question? I missed it.
Are the local schools run by the government?
The local school run by the government, which is like the basic one that everyone able to study. But the one that are private, we have also the private school is a little bit more luxury, and for the people who have a lot of money to pay for a private school, like international school, a private school, Christian school, like that, it will be more expensive. So we have different type of school, university. We have a private university, international university, and a public university, like myself. So I finished in the one that belongs to the government. So because it's a lot cheaper like that, yeah. And of course you have to study hard to finish, to get educated, yeah. And
it seems to me a lot of people are educated actually in Thailand. And one other comment I wanted just to make, the guy cleaning the floor of the temple reminded me, if you have any hesitation about visiting Thailand or Asia in general, but Thailand in specific, it is very, we've said it's easy, it's inexpensive, and it's also very clean. They are really tidy in Thailand. And so if you feel concerned about going into a country that's unfamiliar, Thailand will be, you'll like it. You can't not like Thailand. It's like not liking Christmas, right?
Oh my God, there is a monk, student monk walking there. Do you miss the monk? And you miss this and no. So look at that, ta-da! A fresh fruit. Yeah, this is like one of the favorite store that I like. Or it's like 20 baht, 20 baht for one bag. They have like a guava, a fresh coconut, and also like the guava pickle, a mango.
And 20 baht is like 50 cents, just so people know.
Yeah.
70 cents.
Rose apple, a pickle mango, melon, watermelon, and pineapple. Look at that, so fresh. And a student mom come to buy it too. Do you miss the fruit?
Yeah.
And here, yeah, and here is the university a school for the monk section. Is bigger than this, but I could not walk in because it's too big area and it's not for me to visit inside. But they have very big area of the monk university right here. Yeah, they have the funeral too. So they have somebody die and they have a funeral here too today. Right. See? And that is another hall, like for the people who come to make meditation right here. And they have the beautiful Buddha image right there too. So I'm just gonna walk in there to show you one of a very beautiful Buddha image and one of the oldest Buddha image too.
So if people who are watching would like to kind of put themselves in the mood, you should be drinking like a mango smoothie or a coffee with the condensed milk. You should be thinking of the perfume of jasmine in the air, the warm, air wafting around you, just the perfume of all the flowers. That's how you think of Thailand. So just to give you some atmosphere.
This one is the garland for the people who pass away. I think he's one of a very important people of Chiang Mai. So you can see a lot of flower offered for him. Big funeral. There is the monk inside there too. They have the people come to do a Buddhist talk to the monk too. Like in Thailand, normally when we have problem, we not go to psychologists. We just come to talk to the monk, and the monk can teach us some like some philosophy of life and how to be released or how to be detached and not attached in anything, because life is not permanent and everything is not permanent. Everything is temporary. When you're hungry, temporarily, you're only hungry for a short time, and after you eat food, you're not hungry anymore. And when you want to go to toilet, it's temporarily too. After you finish toilet, you don't want it anymore too. Just like happiness and sadness is not stay with us all the time. When you happy, you be aware that it will gone. And also when you sad, the sadness is not stay with you forever. It will gone too. Then we don't have to attach with any emotional we have each day like that. So why Thai people, when we have anything in life, we just come to talk with the monk. Doesn't matter what problem we have. Or when we happy, we come to see the monk too, because we want to offering things to the monk, and we want to share. We want to create more good karma. And of course, when we have a lot of problem in our family, the monk will always have something to tell us to do like that. Yeah. All right. That is one of a very beautiful Buddha image over there. So that is one of a very old Buddha image, and it's built of gold. We call Gao Tu because in the past they try to hide it and they cut it in 9 pieces and hide it away. And when it's very heavy, right? Because it's built of gold. And after that, when we restore and put 9 pieces together, so we call it, still call it 9 heavy pieces of Buddha. It means Kajao Gao Tu, that one of a very important Buddha image of Thailand. Okay, so is any question for today? So because I will finish my tour right here in front of the Buddha, and I will pray to the Buddha for myself, for Thailand, for the tourism business, that I hope like the people can visit Thailand and Chiang Mai very soon like that. So I need to be calm and set myself in a very good attitude and be positive. Yeah, we can be, I will share all of the good energy, all of the karma that I earned from meditation and make a wish from the Buddha today to everyone who see this live, or even you not see this live, I still share with everybody. So hope everyone have a very good energy and happy and have a great day or night over there today. Okay.
Thank you so much, A. A is, let me just say, A is one of my favorite guides to work with. She's not just good at her job, she's actually good in the ways you don't even know, because she's a fixer. She's on top of things. She runs a fantastic tour. So she is a really great, and I am the same. I am saying all the prayers I can for us to be able to get back to our jobs that we love so much. So what a wonderful way for us to be able to pretend we're at work today, though, together. So I really feel like you and I are going to go out and have, you know, maybe a coffee now, and that we'll be planning the next thing for our groups. So it's been really nice.
Actually, sorry for my communicate today too. I feel like my brain was a little bit slow because last night I am not sleeping enough, and also like maybe I still don't have coffee yet. So I feel like my word is so stuck. Maybe because I not practice English for so much, and I said like, why I talk English slow and I could not think for the word. I will explain.
No, I feel you. I know that
not enough coffee.
You're doing great. Your English is fine. I'm worried for when I go back to Italy that I won't remember how to speak Italian. It's the same way when you don't use a language very much. So you just have to call me more often and we'll talk more. We do have one question though. Somebody is asking, are the Buddha statues made, what are they made of? Because they look like they're made of gold, but they're obviously not.
This one is made of gold actually. And the other one, the one that
can't be solid gold.
We saw earlier, yeah. We saw earlier that one is made of concrete and covered by 100% of gold, but this one is made of gold. Yeah.
Solid gold.
Yeah, 9 pieces of heavy gold.
Crazy. Well, and I remember one year when I was there, I went to somewhere in Ayutthaya.
Bangkok, right?
No, I wasn't with you. Yeah, I wasn't with you. I was in Ayutthaya once, and I saw people, they would bring leaves of gold, and they could actually apply their own gold to the Buddha statues. Do you see that very often?
Oh yeah, like right here, we not allow them to stick the gold in every Buddha. We will put the one that we allow them to stick in front, so they can buy a piece of gold and stick on. But like this, we not allow people to stick on. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Like the one in Bangkok, you know, you will see like when we visit Wat Po, they have the section that people can stick the gold, and when we go inside the hall, you're not allowed to stick the gold on reclining Buddha. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Well, I think that those are all the questions that I have for you today, but I want to just really thank you for everything you shared with us this week. It has been a joy to go to Thailand, and I am so excited to travel with you again next January. You guys should know that A is like one of my sisters, and so she and I are always up to no good. So if you travel with us, you never know what's going to happen, but you know it's going to be fun. So if you're interested in joining us, again, it's going to be January of next year, and that's pretty much looking like a go. So you can go to Imprint Tours website and you can put in a reservation with no deposit, nothing. And you can spend 2 glorious weeks drinking coffee and touring temples and going to desert islands with A and I. So
okay.
Thank you so much. Kapkum Ka, my dear friend.
Kapkum Ka. Bye-bye.
And if anybody would like, if you would like to tip A, you can send that tip to my PayPal account and I will pass that on to her. So thanks again so much, everybody. Thank you so much, A. We'll see you again soon.